Welcome to the highlights of round 11 of the Anzcar 2018 Monday Night Truck Series, proudly sponsored by 131 Web Radio. This round is 130 laps around Richmond Raceway as we take in the action right now, and off pole position Jackson Callow with Matt Danson starting from position 2. And of course Jackson gets a pretty good start here and puts the foot down. He got a great start off that one and left Danson and the rest of the field behind, but they soon caught up to him as Danson begins to work his way around the back of Jackson Callow's vehicle. And behind Danson we've got James Robbie, Sam Catagazinas, and incident already on lap 1 as Nicholas Walsh has a bit of a technical issue and has no steering, takes out Steve Hoppett. And they both spent a very long period in the pits for that one. But the race continues as Callow continues to lead with Danson trying to find a way through. Nick Shiles will actually get a bit loose there and clouts the wall. That's fairly early on, and it won't be the last time somebody does that. With Todd Maxfield and the crew all making their way around. A little bit of a gap there as Danson has gotten past Callow and actually begins to lead this one. Callow doing everything he can to try and catch back up, but he had a lot more to worry about than just Matt Danson as James Robbie, Sam Catagazinas and Ashley Lear begin to actually make their presence felt all over the back of it. Sam Kay actually gets a bit loose there, gives up a spot to Ashley Lear as we see Todd Maxfield battling with Aaron Dillon. And Ashley Lear has managed to get past a couple of the guys there. He's moved through on James Robbie and is running down Jackson Callow. Nick Shiles trying to deal with Matt Danson and Aaron Dillon getting loose as Callow actually takes care of a couple of the slower cars in the field with Aaron Dillon getting a spot up on Sammy Bobby. Todd Maxfield still circulating around as Ashley Lear gets past Nick Shiles with Sam Catagazinas and James Robbie battling. They battled like this the entire race, back and forward, side by side, as Aaron Dillon gets it very loose and into the wall and caused a little bit of havoc and did a lot of damage to his car, so of course he spent quite a bit of time in the pits as well. As we see Hayden Dodman making a bit of a move there, and he comes and may have just brushed the wall on that one, going on board with car 083 Nicholas Shiles. As we see the boys circulating, Sam Catagazinas chasing down Hayden Dodman. They battled like that for a while, back and forward in position, with Nicholas Shiles in behind them there, waiting on an opportunity in case something went wrong and they came together. But it basically was just hammer and tong. And you've got Jackson Callow there, and he's fending off what looks like Hayden Dodman. And that went on for a couple of laps before eventually Hayden Dodman made a little bit of a mistake, got loose, and around he went and across onto the grass. And I believe that brought out a pace car, so of course we got the restart with Matt Danson leading the field away as Jackson Callow gets loose off the restart into the wall and was very lucky not to get cleaned up there. James Robbie battling with Ash Lear, and Sam Catagazinas also making a move there when Ashley Lear appeared to must have gotten loose and lost some speed, with Nicholas Shiles and Jackson Callow coming together there. And one of the luckiest guys out there appears to have been Todd Maxfield, who seemed to avoid a lot of the damage that some of the other guys were suffering from by not getting into any major incidents. So it may look like Todd Maxfield was running around on his own there, but it seemed to play into his hands as we see Matt Danson continue to lead from Sam Catagazinas and Ashley Lear, with James Robbie wanting in on the action. And Robbie actually makes a move on Ashley Lear and tries to make a move on Sam Catagazinas, but runs out a bit of puff. And I believe that's Ashley Lear into the wall. Yep, got a little bit loose and off the side of the track. As we see Steve Hoppett re-entering the track on cold tyres, obviously, after that lap 1 incident. And he spent around 71, 72 laps in the pits as Matt Danson continues to lead And we see Nicholas Walsh, who was also in that lap 1 incident with Steve Hoppett, as we see Matt Danson making the pass on Steve Hoppett. James Robbie also getting the better of Steve Hoppett in that crippled vehicle, as Nicholas Shiles cleans it up into the wall again, and a penalty was actually handed out following a protest to Jackson Callow for that restart. Obviously jumped the start past other vehicles before the line, but it didn't do him a lot of good, because James Robbie and Matt Danson both got the better of him after that restart, as Steve Hoppett and Nicholas Walsh went at it lap after lap. Aaron Dillon getting in on the action, makes the move on Steve Hoppett, but the battle between Hoppett and Walsh went on lap after lap after lap, swapping positions back and forward. It was great action and great racing. As the race progressed, and Matt Danson continued to lead the race, and there's another great battle that was taking place between Sam Katazinas and James Robbie. Todd Maxfield continues to circulate, and there's Sammy Bobby and James Robbie going at it again, as Jackson Callow continues to make up spaces, with Hoppett and Walsh still going at it, as Danson takes Walsh and begins to lap the back markers, as he also makes the move on Steve Hoppett, and moves on up onto Aaron Dillon as he crosses the line. So third place goes to number 41, James Robbie. Second place to 968, Sam Katazinas. And of course, first place, number 30, Matt Danson, who continues to lead the championship. That'll wrap things up from Richmond Raceway, and next week, round 12, we head to Talladega Super Speedway, where it should be a whole different kettle of fish, a much more open, faster race. We'll join you then.